Orcs Must Die, a third-person tower defense game where you lay different kinds of murderous traps across different level designs to decapitate or mutilate a variety of orc. Released on the 5th of September 2011, this game is sitting at 13 years old, developed by Robot Entertainment for the Xbox 360 and PC release. It scored a decent 79 Metacritic, but personally I think the way this game over-delivers in playstyles, creative trap thinking, and how much it holds up today, I think an 85 would be much more accurate. Welcome to Orcs Must Die, the first game in a series all about, obviously, killing orcs. Now this is a tower defense game where we have many traps, we have spells, we have weapons, and many different levels and room layouts to create kill boxes in order to kill waves and waves of orcs. There are different kinds of orcs. There are little goblin kind of orcs, you've got ogres, you've got trolls, and you have standard box orcs that you would see in Lord of the Rings. And we're going to kickstart it with a new account and jump into our first level of the hallway. Now you have 3 different difficulties: Apprentice, War Mage, and Nightmare. We're going to start on War Mage because Apprentice is very easy. And when you complete the levels, you get skulls, which you can upgrade traps, weapons, and those spells. And as you can see on the first game, there are quite a fair few levels. So this is the hallway, and this is our character, Max. Quirky little fella. Here we have our spell book where we can use the blade staff or the crossbow, or both. You do have a limited slots. You get up to, I think, 10 slots by the end. And our starting traps will be the spike trap and the tar trap. The spike trap, obviously, releasing spikes, doing damage, and the floor trap, they're literally just to slow the enemies as you shoot them with either your weapons or you can slow them into other traps. This fella here, you can get later on in the game, one of the archers. But we'll start by placing a couple spiky traps. I won't be doing the tar traps that much on the first couple of levels because the waves are pretty easy. So your primary shot is just a basic shot. Your secondary skill shot with the weapons will fire something alternative. This one does have a stun. Headshots, more or less one shot standard orcs as well, which is really fun. And that's what this game really is. It is just a bundle of fun. Now this game was released in 2011, so it is actually nearly 14 years old because it was released in the October of 2011. And boy, does it hold up. You can see the waves here, super simple when it's just the standard orc. You can even just stand at the gate and just ground smash a few times. Don't even need the traps. Actually, this is a good show and tell. If you do die, to resurrect, you lose 5 rift points. So I cannot 5-star that level now. But it's good to show an example. You do come back alive straight away at the rift. You can see they're targeting the archers. They would never get through if I didn't just stand there letting them hit it. And I'm not really bothered about 5-starring every skull for a Retro Realm video. If you couldn't tell, I've played the Orcs Must Die series for a very long time. I've 5-starred these skulls on Nightmare difficulty. This is a walk in the park as a tutorial. You can see on the top right, the 15 refers to the rift points, so how many orcs can actually get through. So I did start at 20, but I lost 5 for dying. The 3 out of 3 is the waves. It is 3 waves. And the map does show the orcs as red indicators, whereas the X is the doors they are coming through from. You can see the recharge time on the traps if you hover over them. You can see the health, obviously, of the orcs. You can also see the spike traps just obliterating them to start with. Now, these spike traps are a bit crap. Later on in the game, you're not going to want to use spike traps, really. Tar traps, definitely. But the wall traps you can get, as you'll see very shortly, are extremely strong. And you do have limited resources within each level. You don't want to spend it all on a pretty crappy trap. As you can see, buy upgrades here. We can upgrade the tar trap. Spike traps gain a short snare, or tar traps slow targets even more. But we're going to save these skulls for something we'll probably use. And within the next level, you can see we have unlocked the arrow wall, which is one of the key traps in all of Orcs Must Die games. So open our spellbook. Make sure to take the arrow wall. Don't care about using the blade staff, but take it because we can. And you can see this time there are 2 doors. So a beginner error with these games is not knowing where to put your traps. You might think, oh, I'll put them all here because they're going to run out of this door, but then I'll have to put some here because they'll run out the other door. You just make a kill box. Where are they both going to? Put it there. We'll set up a little kill box with some arrow walls here. And if you've got spare cash at the end, yeah, extend it back out towards the doors. But where you want to find on most levels, you want to find the best spot for the kill box. And that's the journey to success in these games. Because at the end of the day, it is just a tower defense game. It's where do you set it? As you can see, the arrow wall just absolutely rinsing them. And if you put them opposite each other as well, it's just an unbelievable amount of arrows. With the crossbow, we can just stand back a little bit, just aim for the head. snipe them off. So you can see the little number that comes up when they die. That's your coins you get for killing that enemy. And you'll see on the left-hand side in a second, a kill streak. At the end of the kill streak, when it breaks, you'll get a multiplier. We're going to extend these out slightly so as they're running through. Probably should have put them there, to be honest. They'll run through and they'll get hit by the arrow balls while facing the door. Now, again, these are starting levels. These levels do get a little crazy, especially in future games, which for sure will be showing on the channel. Very rarely do doors separated by different lanes open on the same waves. They normally do this one on one wave, this one on the other wave, and then wave 3 and 4 will be both of them at the same time. That's like a box standard tower defense rule of thumb. Give you some form of chance. You can also sell the traps as well, which is very important. In between waves is the only time you can do that. So we're going to quickly just shove a couple arrow walls there and watch the magic happen. Oosh, 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 oosh. Beautiful. And then you can just focus on one of the sides. Let the traps act as a player. And of course, guys, if you do want to see the other Orcs Must Die games, please do let me know in the comments below. I love this series. Whether you comment or not, I probably will do them anyway, but I would love it if you could let me know how much you love these games as well. And tower defense games in general, if there's any specific game you want me to play for the channel. So here you can see we have a little break before the last wave, which will be significantly harder, allegedly. And you can see we got 3,500 coins, which is insane. So we are just going to lace these walls because we don't need anything but the arrow walls on these levels. As I said, the spike traps, pretty crap. Tar traps, excellent, but we don't need them because the arrow walls are doing enough. If there was a harder enemy type, that's where you bump out the tar traps. Or the little running orcs you'll see in a minute called kobolds, which, whoa, they are annoying. Now just sit back and relax, my lord. And here we go. Victory on level 2. And you'll see we hit the 5 skulls this time because we didn't die. By upgrades, we have 9. Arrow traps trigger from further out. That is a brilliant upgrade. And we will do that because this we will be using for a long time. The shield indicates upgrade as well. And you can see there are a lot of traps to get. And the next trap to get is the boom barrel. The boom barrel is pretty fun, but I would not really use it that often. If you also hit the spellbook, you'll see what orcs you'll be against in those levels. So Orc Warrior, Single-Minded Brute who heads for the Rift, and a Crossbow Orc shoots crossbow bolts at you and your minions. These can be a bastard, especially when you get explosive crossbow orcs. They can destroy a lot more than you. You have interactable objects within levels as well. So if you shoot these while the orcs are running through them, same as the chandeliers, will drop off, will pour down, killing orcs in the process. So on this level, you've got one entrance. They run down here, which is what the wisp shows, and they have the rift point there. This is where I would operate the kill box if I had some ceiling traps. I don't have ceiling traps, so it doesn't really matter where I put them for these ones. And there they are. There's the bastards. Get them out of the equation. When they get closer, release! And it just blows up. 200 coins for that. That's why I said they could be fun, but I wouldn't typically use them. You can also team up the crossbow secondary attack with the stun and stun them inside the arrow walls themselves. What you'll see here is me shoot the chandelier. And it doesn't kill any of them. Okay, it's meant to. How embarrassing. That's the world's worst chandelier. If they get through here, I'll shoot another one and see if it works. I should have killed at least one of them. Just kind of landed on them and they shrugged it off. There you go. Let's let it fall now. There you go. Killed 5 that time. Maybe it bugged. Okay, I should really get killing here because they're getting through. Shoot the sides, and let the acid pour down. Put some more tar down, slow them down within our traps. And you can see how you can kind of combo-wombo everything together. It's not rocket science. And most of you who are watching this video probably played this game and don't need it explained to you. But for everyone that hasn't played this game and gone, do you know what? This looks amazing. Which it is. Glad I'm here to help. What you want to do really is keep that kill streak up when you can. Later on, it's a lot easier to do it because there's so many more orcs to kill. You get those multipliers really high to get just an incredible amount of money per level. Arrow guys die and we're done. Here we have been granted the wind belt. Now this isn't a trap. The wind belt is okay. In certain circumstances it's good. So if orcs are running around here, you could just wind belt and throw them into the drink and they'll die. You can see these orcs have a specific path. They don't run through the center, they run around the outskirts. So it should allow you to plan better the way you're going to set your traps up. Wind belt activate, just like this. You can tell them to keep back, watch your mana recharge. Not neat, but effective. Take out the crossbow guys if I can before they even trigger the traps. And for the final kills, we are complete again. Now we've been granted the Archer Guardian, which, again, not wow, but better than the barrel, better than the spike trap, definitely better than the wind belt. And here is the bastard of the game, the Kobold Runners. These guys get through everything, and that is where this trap is God. Just got to watch out for those kobolds, but if they get through, I'm not really that bothered. Here they are, and one of them's dropped a coin. We will require coins. But you could just shoot all the way down the bottom. I don't need traps right now. What are you talking about? Oh, I've got regular orcs from the other side. I'm focusing the kobolds because they are the ones that sneak through traps. So they can basically trigger a trap, and then by the time it's fired the arrow balls, they're already ahead of it. You can see the combos coming up. Just a bit better. We want that kill streak a little higher if we can. It's hard to when you've only got one trap kind of going off. I love like just the mass stun in the pit of death over there in that kill box. Not a very good kill box because again it's just arrow balls, but man are they effective. That was it. Simple level. And here's the gem of Orcs Must Die or many tower defense games. Barricade is God in this game. Absolute God. I'll explain why. We have a door here that they are going to run through all the way down here, or they're going to run all the way up here. Now, how do we control 2 lanes on this game without running around like a madman shooting at everything and everywhere? Pretty simple, actually. I'm going to grab the barricade and I'm going to block off this area. The orcs, as long as there is an alternative path they can go, will ignore this as a viable option and will go, oh, I need to go here. Oh, never mind, I can't. And they will run the other way they can. If you have blocked off both of these lanes, they will just simply smash through one of them. I've changed my mind, though. I am actually going to block off this area. And the reason because there is better room for traps this side. So there's one big door on this level, but there are 2 directions they can go. And the fact a lot of these orcs are going in the wrong way to then find out they only can go one way is going to save us a lot of time. It also allows me just to aim down one line of sight here because they're not going, because there's a gap, they're not going to run through this barricade. And it makes it so much easier to aim, as I can just aim pretty much in a straight line. And we'll leave it there for how we're going to make them run. This is it. You run through here, you run through here, you run through here, then you run through here, and all the way down to slow them right down. So now all I have to do is aim at this one spot. Works really well if you've got a ceiling as well, once you've had ceiling traps, because then you get a floor trap, a wall trap, and a ceiling trap all acting on one enemy, or many enemies. Stun them in there, wait for the arrows to recharge, and then they all die. Butchered, comboed, victory. Upgrade barricades so they are cheaper. Oh yes, take my money. Spring trap, another trap that is more of a meme than actually usable in most areas. So now we have 2 doors and 1 rift point, so we're just going to use our lovely barricades and block off one of these. So we only have to use one of the paths. Simples. So they'll run to here, go crap, can't get through. Now the spring trap is very cool. Once they land on it, you can imagine, boing, all the way back. Quite an explosive spring trap there. Quite aggressive, actually. The reset time was pretty quick on it. Our first ogre. There we go. They can take a lot more damage, so just stun them in the traps. Hit some headshots. Stun them again. Oh, get rid of these guys. Annoying. Now, even though the springs are not doing any flipping to the ogre, they are definitely doing damage to him. Very important. If you are low on health as well, you can always return to the rift and whoop, full health again. Spring's doing work. You get to the next one. Can you make it to spring number 2, people? Can you make it to spring number 2? I'm going to force them to walk this route here, and then we'll set this up so they are channeled by the wall traps. That's my plan. There's no idea what's about to happen to him. Whee! Alright, spend all my money. Wait for the last wave. Big fat ogre there. Hit him with some headshots from afar. Watch his health drop down. Stun him from range. Ogre down. That easy. Ooh, another ogre. See how far he gets. Oh, pretty far. He got pretty far before he got decimated. Made it through a lot. This is what Orcs Must Die is all about. Considering this game is from 2011, it's holding up pretty damn good. Final guy. Boom. with a headshot. Got another wall trap now. We have the wall blades. Wall blades are pretty damn cool. Not as good as arrow walls in my opinion, but they're pretty good. Places on the wall, resets after firing. You can imagine what they do. In this level, we are against the normal orcs, the crossbows, the kobolds, and the ogres again. And you can see the maps are getting a little more elaborate. This is one of those more difficult ones of, not sure how to handle it. Might be a bit messy, but we'll get through it. Like, I'm not looking to be perfect right now. I'm just going to show you the wall blades. You want to come around the corner, people? You're going to get hit by that. Douche. Wall blades in action, please. Wall blades in action. Oh, yes. Beautiful. More wall blades, please. Wall blades, mulched them, lovely. Get a nice little combo on the side for a bit more money. You can take out these guys. I'm gonna just put some tar down in the center. Lay them. The tar is extremely sticky now. Got to see those blades in action. I want to see those blades in action. There they are. Boom! I love it. Just explode every orc into oblivion. And now it's a sticky hot mess of you'll never get through, ogre. Victory will be ours. Very, very nice. And again, they're perfect victories. These are 5-starring them. You don't have to be this perfect early on. You can retry these with better traps, you know? Better weapons, better spells. But now, in this level, we are against the Hellbats. Flying enemies that avoid floor traps. Here come the Hellbats. Fat little flyers are down. They can get very annoying. Luckily, they're only coming out 2 at a time. I can start placing my wall traps all along here. Wall traps down on the bottom because they're just running in straight lines down here. I can't believe I haven't put them there before, to be honest. Just put those down and run back up to kill the flyers. Ooh, an ogre. I mean, he's going to get slaughtered by these. Holy cow, he's going to get slaughtered. Oh, all the blood, 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 all the blood. More headshots, beautiful, beautiful. And that's it. Gaining the push trap. What I really want to see is not more wall traps or even floor traps. I want to see some ceiling traps, please. Now, you could use the push traps along here, which we are going to do, because they are pretty damn cheap. Here. The reason we use push traps here is because, you guessed it, if they go in the eternal drink, they die. And we're going to test that theory. I very, very rarely use push traps. And they're dead. Push trap does next to no damage, but my god, it's going to be a cheap thing to put down just for temporary basis. There we go. Suddenly we've got nearly a whole wall there of traps. You can see along the back wall, that's where you'll put the arrow traps. Everyone that doesn't get pushed is going to get destroyed by arrows. Well, I made a mistake. I didn't even realise there was another door. Shit. Now I have no money and another door. Didn't realise that. Okay, we're going to have to defend this with our lives and then plant the amount of traps this side now. Hope to God it can be handled. That was an oversight. We are absolutely fine. Okay, both areas are going to get launched now. I've just stuck a load of wall traps down there. But I will now be back and forth from here and here. What an oversight though. Spend every single penny and not realise there's actually a second door. But it seems like out of this door it just seems to be basic orcs. See, even with oversights you can still win. Flawlessly as well, I might add. Here we have been granted the Weavers. Now the Weavers are a skill tree. If you've ever played an MMO, that's basically what this is. Gain Flame Crossbow and Holy Sword. Spell primary costs are cheaper, so you have the Elemental Weaver, that's basically improving all of your abilities and all the spells. And then you have the Steel Weaver, which orcs killed by traps and guardians earn 66% more coins. Guardians have increased health and will regenerate any damage they take. All time traps reset 20% faster. Like, this is a trap one, and personally I think the trap one is significantly better, but it might not be better, it's just way more fun. And you can access that at any point. We didn't get any new traps, sadly, but we do have a new enemy type in a Gnoll Hunter. Comes the Gnoll. And he's out of there. That was easy. Back and forth between 2 lanes now. Got a lot of wall traps. Don't need anything else, because what you'd really want here is ceiling traps, but again, haven't unlocked any yet. Walls take him out, or is he going to get past them? We got past them all. That's what kobolds do. If you look on the statistics when you complete a level, you can also see the completion time par, which gets you a bonus skull. You only get 5 skulls if you beat the time. So par time was to beat the level within 12 minutes. We did 9 minutes 35 seconds. You can see we got 142 combat kills, 205 minion kills, all the rift points in the world, so that's how you get your bonuses. Here we have our new item of the Flame Bracers. Throw fireballs at groups of enemies. If you also hit the secondary attack, you create a line of fire where all enemies walking through pretty much engulf themselves and boom. Like this. Then we are in the money for the next section. There we go. There we go. Okay. The Flame Bracers, as you can see from that previous encounter as well, and you're going to see from here, extremely strong. But you can clear a lot of them out just at the start here on the bridge. You could probably barricade the bridge alone and just funnel them in and just use the Flame Bracers to kind of kill all of them on this level. That's how powerful these spells are. I say spells, but it counts as a weapon, I guess. Now, because we have extra cash, we'll funnel them into just one row. So now I can just lay this down here and everyone's a goner. Fire down and watch them all burn in a row. Ha ha ha. There we go. Fire crossbow. Use the spell weavers. Don't forget to use these guys. Still use them throughout. Let them all build in the tar. And then absolutely destroy them. We'll take everything from a spell weaver. Everything. There we go. We own everything they can do for this one level. Crossbow and blade staff kills grant 5% of mana bar. Fireball dot effects 50%. And that ogre's just going down like a lead balloon. Flame Bracers OP. Final few hits just destroys them all. And then we get our first ceiling trap, the Pounder. So from both doors, they can only run here now in this stretch. And we know what we're going to do here. We're going to run all the way to the end, turn around, run all the way down here, and then they can access the rift. But they're never going to get to the rift. They're going to get a piece of the Pounder. Damn right they are. Let's unleash them. And because they want to walk to the other side of the map, it gives us a little bit of breathing room. More pounders, please. Quarter pounder with cheese. Don't mind if I do. Arrow wall just outside. You can start covering all of these walls on arrow walls as well, because they're just running around. Might as well exploit them. Oh, little chopped orc body parts everywhere. Pounder getting us a nice kill streak and combos. Yes, wall blades. Not the most efficient because they've got a very, very long timer on them for the reset. But man, are they cool. Nice 8 kill streak off the bat. Pretty much 8 kills with one wall blade there mixed with the quarter pounder with cheese. There we go. Eat the fire. Nice little combo wombo. So much money. More pounders. They'll never make it. They'll never make it. Oh god, it's getting strong now. And a fireball to the face if you get close. Get to see the wall blades and the pounders in action together. Absolute appetite for destruction right here. Oh. Maybe I was wrong. The wall blades are an excellent combination for them. There's not much more that can satisfy your thirst for killing these waves upon waves of enemies. And here for our final wave and our final level of the video. We'll just give it a little watch from the POV of my kill box. Pounder's going to do their work. The quarter pounder was cheese into the wall blades of death. This is a sandwich of evil right here. Let's see how far that ogre can get before he gets smashed too much by the quarter pounder with cheeses. They're all hitting him. They're all hitting him. The ogres are tough. He's a tough cookie. He might be the only one that can get through. He is. But now he's dead. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Thanks for watching, guys. Please make sure to like the video, comment below what you'd like to see next, and if you'd like to see a continuation of the Orcs Must Die series. Until next time.